you're right. It's Cliff. I'm currently very far underground, with no hope of getting home. But I found something down here. Something in the dark. Something evil. Aye, for God's sake. That's me, Gran. Sorry, I've got to go and take this. Sorry. I'm filming an Out of Bounds video. What you want? Christ alive, I told you to just do that.
Crimson Desert is a game filled with action, adventure, and mystery. Now, I've covered a few Out of Bounds secrets in the past, namely the strange, haunted crater field in the north and the creepy outposts of the hidden parts of the desert. But today, we're talking about something I found so strange and mysterious, it changed my game's warning system to Korean and potentially put my save files at risk. You need to see this shit, genuinely. And it's all a race against time to get as far in as I can and discover as many secrets as I can before the timer runs out. You only get 30 seconds out of bounds, so we have to be quick. Our journey begins on the internet, actually, as I was looking for any posts or hints as to any more strange out-of-bounds areas in Crimson Desert. I couldn't really find too much until I saw this post on Steam from Minty Dog, and he explains that he's found something in a weird out-of-bounds cave system to the west of Pailune. He states that it's a fully explorable cave system, and he attaches an image of what he saw and a video guide of how to find it. When I saw what he found, I literally dropped everything and set out there. This is also the channel that has the video on it if you want to look for yourself. Now, it's quite a ways out here, so it could be a hefty journey for those still sucking their mama's teeth in Henan. Lots of trekking and climbing required, so make sure you've got the appropriate footwear again. I run as if the very whip of my masters were behind me. When it starts telling you off, you know you're in the right spot. The ice cold of the mountaintops isn't the only thing making your spine shiver around here. Yeah, I look cool. Coming over to this ledge, it will give you warnings of being out of bounds. But if you manage to peer over the rocks, you can see this. An enormous pit sits ominously in the snowy tundra. Its dark innards shrouded in shadow. It really reminds me of the Sarlacc pit from Return of the Jedi, actually. Just needs, like, Jabba's party barge floating around it. Obviously, this pit is in an area of the map that Pearl Abyss doesn't want you to be in. But the temptation of exploring an almighty pit of despair hidden out of bounds is incontrollable to, like, every person who plays video games. We love exploring holes we shouldn't be in. Now, the hole itself is deceptively deep. On the free cam, we can see through the storm how far it goes down. So, I suppose all we really have left to do is go inside. Now, reaching the bottom, sitting directly in front of you, is an eerie passageway, heading deeper into the cave. I have never felt more uninvited, yet unbelievably curious. The entrance just has this aura of ill will against you. Let's have a look what awaits inside. What looks like a dead end lies in front of us, and nestled in the rocks is a single skeleton, torch still burning, illuminating his ancient cadaver. A bottle rests in his lap. I don't know what it is, so if anyone knows, then let us all know in the comments. I can't pick it up either way, it's just an odd detail. Already finding a skeleton with a torch and a Jack Daniels bottle in an out of bounds area is already pretty cool, but there has to be more to this, right? This can't just end right now. Well, you'd be right. Just above you is a very small passageway, sneakily hidden from your view. From the guide video, he showed that you can grapple up there and head into another strange chamber. But on this first run, I completely misjudged the grapple point, and it doesn't actually let you climb up. So unfortunately, I ran out of time until this happened. And so at this point, I completely myself and was thinking that this cave area was so secret that Pearl Abyss had nuked my save files and given me 2 days to live. But it seems like it's okay. It teleported me out and threw me miles away, and it seems like my save files are intact for now. But if anyone knows what this says in Korean, let me know, because I've never had that message before, and I've only got it when being teleported out of this area. Now, a very interesting point to make is the pit location is literally right next to the giant skeleton dig site that I explored in a previous video. Does this have any significance to the cave? Well, we'll see by the end of the video, and we can discuss it in the comments. Following the video's guide, I channeled my inner focus to get over there as quick as possible. Here we go. Oh, cock. Here we go again. The trick is to let the timer tick down and let the storm build up visually on screen. Then run back, and while the storm is still there but the timer disappears, you have a few extra seconds of time, but the countdown doesn't reappear as the storm dissipates, giving us enough time to fly over and get inside before the timer restarts. It's all very clever, really. This time, I was determined to get further in, so I grappled up at the right spot and entered this new chamber. I then walked further down and entered another, even bigger chamber at the end. I couldn't really see anything on this first run, but I knew I had a few seconds left to enter the next room. Unfortunately, the water slowed me down that much that I couldn't see into the main room too much, meaning we go again and try to get as much time as possible down there. I shall soon discover your secrets, cave. This run was a lot cleaner, apart from me smacking my knees on the way in. The grapple was clean, ran straight through into the bigger chamber, then straight into the last room with 5 seconds to play with. Looking around this cave, you might think to yourself, well, what's going on? There was a light here before, but why is it just like a massive empty room? And I was thinking the same thing until I looked up. A huge, looming disc of some kind hangs over us, embedded into the ceiling of the cavern. Strange symbols adorn the outer plate, and a giant, glowing symbol runs out from the center. This thing is spooky. I can't work out what the symbols are or if I've seen them anywhere else in the game. Any Crimson Desert or Black Desert lore masters watching who could shed some light on what any of this means, then please comment down below. All I know is it's ominous as hell and appears to be some kind of hatch door or, I don't know, part of a bigger machine. I really have no idea. Either way, it's colossal and very scary. I tried running around to see if I could find anything else down there, but I, again, ran out of time. Interestingly, on my next run, I failed to grapple up to the right spot like an idiot, resulting in me having no time to be able to make it to the main chamber. So I decided to use the free cam in this little middle area between the bottom and the next chamber. I saw a ray of daylight in the corner and I thought, okay, what's this? So I followed it to its source, which resulted in this. The camera was free, completely out of bounds and underneath the map. We had entered the void. I spent the next few minutes exploring the cave exterior, see if I could get in somewhere else, find something new. I flew around and around, just looking for something, anything that was remotely interesting. I couldn't really explore too far as I was still stuck to the radius of my character. It was super interesting just to see all of the different caves and the rock formations. Even just staring out into the abyss was very ominous. And now I'm sure there is so much more to discover under here, but I just couldn't figure out how to give myself more reach to get into these places. I saw little flecks of daylight and other things through the rocks, but I just couldn't get over there. Now, after being told off in Korean again, I went for one final run down there. I looked around the second chamber and the walkways around it, but I couldn't really find anything else of interest. There was a few little corners here and there where I thought maybe we could get into, but it just didn't seem like it was possible at that time. Plus, I only had a few seconds left. And I just feel this is a place where I just know there's so much more to find, but I just couldn't do it all myself. Maybe if anyone's on PC, they could use mods to uncover more secrets buried down here. And if you are, then please do it and come back here and report what you found. But for now, this pit hides death, mystery, and perhaps unexplainable horror. But what do you think of all this? What do you make of it? Have you been to this cave before? Did you find anything different? Did you even know that you could climb up into that chamber and then find that big horrendous looking disc thing. Does anyone know what the symbol means? Has anyone seen it before? I think that's the biggest part, the biggest takeaway from this video. If anyone knows what any of that means, you have to let us know. Let me know if there's any more places that you know that I've not looked at yet that you think should be shown to the world, because I'm sure there's an infinite amount in Crimson Desert, like there is of everything in this game. But if you enjoyed the video, please like and hype. They help a massive amount, and I appreciate anybody who takes the time to do any of that. Consider subscribing, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.
Yeah, I appreciate that. I'm stuck in a cave. What do you mean? Oh my god. I can't do anything. I'm down here. I can't even hear you properly. Say it again. Oh, for God's sake. Right, now I'm put the phone down.